Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Thursday, May 7. Government is making representation to help resolve the intellectual property rights issue that will force local cable operators to stop broadcasting unlicensed content. The Broadcasting Commission recently gave local cable operators until May 31 to stop showing 19 cable channels for which they do not have a license. It's the first phase of a wider compliance enforcement process to address a longer list of channels and content for which local operators either have not been able to or unwilling to secure transmission rights. In a statement yesterday, the Office of the Prime Minister said the matter was a trade issue and the government was engaged in bilateral discussions with the U.S. and Caribbean trade representatives to reach a resolution. There is also a proposal for a meeting to be held as soon as possible between United States rights holders and regional cable operators. In the meantime, the OPM has clarified that the regulatory action was not prompted by discussions during the recent visit of U.S. President Barack Obama and is not the result of an escalation in a trade issue internationally. With Wednesday's tabling of a green paper to amend the National Youth Policy, Minister Lisa Hanna is calling on Jamaicans to support youth development.
We expect this to galvanize the focus of the country on the importance of youth development to secure the nation's future. I appeal to my colleagues here in the House, the public and the private sector to utilize this policy and to develop youth programs that will reduce the obstacles that they have to get to where they want to get to.
The Youth and Culture Minister was making her contribution to the 2015-2016 sectoral debate in Parliament. The revised policy will now cater to persons 15 to 29 years old and will see the development of a strategic action plan to guide its implementation. The policy will also pave the way for a National Youth Development Agency, which will guide youth mainstreaming efforts in all sectors. Co-chairman of the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, Richard Biles, is urging financial institutions to cut their interest rates given the improvements in the economy. At a press conference this week, Mr. Biles said the Bank of Jamaica lowered its 30-day repo rate by 25 basis points and its Treasury bills rate by 21 basis points.
I think what the Bank of Jamaica is signaling to the banks is that in the face of much lower inflation, interest rates need to come down. And by that they mean interest rates on both deposits as well as interest rates on loans.
Inflation for the 2014-2015 fiscal year was 4% and was recorded at -6% for the January to March 2015 period. Based on the current trend, EPOC is expecting moderate inflation for the 2015 calendar year. Jamaica's net international reserves at the end of March, meanwhile, was $2.3 billion, over $900 million more than projected. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips has been meeting Canadian government officials to deepen Jamaica's trade and investment relationship with that country. The Finance Minister is in Canada with Bank of Jamaica Governor Brian Winter and Financial Secretary Devon Rowe. They have been engaged in talks to address Jamaica's debt and external financing challenges. The team is also meeting with representatives of the Canadian Council of the Americas and private financial institutions on ways to support Jamaica's economic development. Members of the Jamaican diaspora in Canada are also being updated on Jamaica's progress under the Economic Reform Program. Minister Phillips and his team return to the island tomorrow, May 8. A joint Cuba-Jamaica Business Council is being set up to foster and facilitate the development of economic relations between the two countries. This follows Industry Minister Anthony Hilton's trade mission to Cuba in April, accompanied by an 18-member public-private sector group. Minister Hilton says a framework agreement is being considered to engage Jamaica's Special Economic Zone with Cuba's Mariel Special Economic Development Zone.
As Jamaica continues work towards the development of our Special Economic Zone, we are well placed to take advantage of the opportunities for inter-Special Economic Zone trade.
And during a visit to Costa Rica in April, a memorandum of understanding was signed to supplement the free trade agreement between the Central American nation and the Caribbean community.
The MOU symbolizes the partnership between Jamaica and Cuba and Costa Rica. It will enhance existing ties and provide an opportunity for more cooperation in trade administration, as well as exchange of valuable trading information.
Minister Hilton says Costa Rica, like Cuba, is anticipating Jamaica's fulfillment of its goal of becoming the fourth node in global logistics. And finally, Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites is hopeful that the ongoing negotiations between teachers and the government will end in mutual satisfaction.
The Ministry of Education is committed to finding ways to improve teachers' conditions of employment within our budget.
Minister Thwaites was speaking in Parliament Wednesday. He commended educators for their dedication to the learning process and threw out a challenge for Jamaicans to support the education system.
Our schools need the support of the entire nation. We need all hands on deck.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.